Hello everyone, hi, I'm ExtraCheesy87, and this is the Let's Play Persona 4 Arena Part 4. In the previous video, we made some more progress in the P1 Grand Prix. We fought Chie and Aegis. We're getting introduced to the Persona 3 characters now. Elizabeth is showing up and is being, well, she's being Elizabeth. Wait a second. That blue suit she's wearing, it looks familiar. With that silver hair and golden eyes. Could it be?
Are you from the Velvet Room?
My, is this what's known as being hit on? A forbidden ritual where one human approaches another based solely on appearance and bets on the inner self being equally attractive.
That's a good way to put it.
What? No, I'm not hitting on you. You just remind me of someone I know.
Okay, so that actually sounded like I really was hitting on her. No, I need to stop thinking about that. In any case, I need to ask her something. Yeah, like, why are you so weird?
Do you happen to know anyone by the name of Margaret?
Margaret?
When she repeats the name, her face seems surprisingly useful. I'd been taken aback by her bizarre speech and actions, but could this girl be younger than me? Her profile simultaneously invokes the image of a pondering philosopher and an innocent girl. I can't figure out how exactly to speak to her. Should I be more polite? I guess that doesn't matter too much. Anyway, worrying about the niceties isn't the most important thing right now.
Oh, actually, we should introduce ourselves first. I'm Yu Narukami.
Ah, that had slipped my mind also. My name is Elizabeth. Dear me, to hear that name fraught with memories in such a mundane, remote place.
He thinks of this world as a mundane place? That's confusing. Yasuninaba may be out in the countryside, but I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. The girl, Elizabeth, suddenly bows elegantly to me.
Margaret is indeed my sister's name. Can I take that to mean that you are another guest of that room?
See, so she's Margaret's sister. That would explain why she reminds me of her.
Elizabeth-san, huh? Well, I guess that's the case. It's true that there was a time when I visited that room.
You act like you didn't just visit it like, I don't know, 30 minutes ago? Igor and Margaret are now Elizabeth. It seems there are more people who call that place home than I thought. I think I'm glad I met Margaret last year instead of this girl. Wow. Burn?
But why is a resident of the Velvet Room here? Did Margaret send you with a message or something?
I am currently utterly neglecting my duties.
Is that so?
That doesn't really tell me much, and I have no response anyway. So, what possessed her to come blasting in through the ceiling instead of using the door? I decided not to bother asking her that. I've met so many different people over the last year, but trying to have a conversation with this girl is like trying to ride a wild horse. She's just going to ignore the direction I'm trying to steer us towards and just veer off wherever she wants. Best to just hold on and go along for the ride then. Maybe if I pay attention, she'll tell me something worth my time. Even if I try and ask her any questions, she'll likely just be confused anyway. Just as I'm having that thought, the girl seems to have noticed my hesitation and starts to talk about herself. So I guess just like kind of standing around silently this whole time, because she's still in the room, right? Her eyes are lit up with a sincere passion. She really is a hard one to read. It is a new day, that's why I'm not fully familiar.
I have a certain desire. It may take a very long time.
I'm pretty sure she's still in the room. Like, we didn't, she didn't leave or nothing.
In order for my wish to be granted, I require a power much greater than what I have.
I mean, I guess she literally can't leave.
The power of the wild card that changes bonds into strength. I have a feeling that the key lies there.
I know a little about the wild card, but...
I feel that the first glue to granting my wish lies within that power.
Glue?
Flu? Influenza. Something along those lines at any rate.
He's having trouble coming up with the right words, but I can hear the sincerity in her speech. Probably. In other words, I think she means that the power of the wild card is related to her desire and came here. I don't think it's worth it to ask how she knew I had that power or where she found out about it. Just as I'm struggling to follow the meandering path of her conversation, she brings up an outrageous suggestion.
Might I suggest that you and I fight?
What? Someone please tell me how she reached that conclusion. This is a good idea? Oh no. The 9,000 damage making ones. The PTSD. I don't think I have a chance of talking her out of it though. Of course I have to try, so I say, give me a break, man.
Oh, how excited this is making
I hit the button and it didn't do
My
anything?
My expectations are ascending skyward at Mach speed. To be direct, I'd like for you to show me the potential slumbering within you.
It's not there.
Let me make sure
I
of
did play a
something,
little
just
bit
in
of the
case.
game last
You
night.
understand what I'm saying, right? There's no illusions at
But
work?
like, I kind of have a slightly better grasp on how to do stuff.
Such parlor tricks can get stuffed.
I see. So you're actually in your right mind here. That's kind of, impressive.
Well, maybe she understood what I meant when I mentioned the illusions. If that's so, then she at least must have some idea of what's going on around here. And even though she might understand it, she still wants to fight me? I wonder though, if she's unrelated to General Teddy's plans and invited herself into the tournament, do the usual rules apply? As I think about this, Elizabeth Sange taps her foot on the ground and takes a fighting posture. She really does want to fight. The huge leather-bound book in her hand opens as if by itself. A torrent of power pours in the open book with a blue light. I can't believe that this strange girl has such unimaginable power. She seems so aloof. No, it may be more correct to call it an air of imminent violence.
Alright, I won't be able to hold back.
To be honest, I was really only saying that in the hopes of bluffing her. I have absolutely no room to hold back in this fight. I hurriedly cast off my fear and focus on the upcoming battle. There is no room for doubt. I need to hit her with my full strength from the start. Even if I were to fight her with the intent of killing her, I'll be lucky not to end up dead myself. At least that's how I feel. Elizabeth-san calmly begins the
Let
battle.
us do this. Your fate is in the cards.
Okay. Let's see if I remember anything. Any of the muscle memory, if it's stuck.
Finally!
If nothing else, your knees belong to me. Okay. I've been.
Let's change things up.
Nice
Impressive.
We're through play!
Opening my deck.
We're through play!
Oh no. Impressive.
We've done it.
The time has come. Thanatos.
We've actually
You're
can
frozen.
not completely embarrass ourselves as I get embarrassed.
We're through!
Well done.
Your knees are safe for now. Just when I thought I've managed to throw her off balance, Elizabeth-san gets back up elegantly as if nothing had just happened. Suddenly I feel an intensity build up in the air. Don't tell me she hadn't been taking this seriously at all up until now. Oh god, the Mickey no ones. In the next moment, I'm swallowed into a torrent of power like a leaf being blown into the air, without the slightest understanding of what's happening. My vision blurs as I'm spun about. Before I can tell up from down, the floor jumps towards me as I'm slammed into the ground. Am I going to lose? As my consciousness fades, I see the faces of my friends and Aiga-san, all those I'd fought against up until now. It's like that story that you see your life flash before your eyes just before you die. Am I dying? Can I really accept that? Yeah, it's not over yet. It's not over. I haven't lost yet. I can still fight. I've come so far. I can't lose heart now. Desperately force my legs to move and manage to stand up again. Elizabeth-san shuts her book with an air of finality.
I see. I am quite content with this outcome. It seems you possess true strength.
The unyielding torrent of power suddenly ceases without warning. Is it over? Even as I come to understand that, I continue to stand stock still, unable to move.
I believed you were at the limits of your stamina after the battle against Igus earlier. In actuality, your heart almost gave in during your struggle with me. But each time you faltered, the many hearts supporting you gave you strength, helping you to rise again.
Yeah, anime friendship. She cuts herself off and nods to herself as if to confirm some suspicion.
This was truly an intriguing battle. I believe our encounter has borne much flute.
Flute?
Flu? Chimneys.
Okay, that one's a little off.
In any case, I am quite pleased.
Even after a battle, she acts like that. I feel like a fool for believing that she really would have killed me, even if it felt quite real at the time. Oh no, she was fucking to kill you. Make you redo the whole damn dungeon over again. I can't believe any of this. My legs get off under me and I sink to the ground. Maybe she understands how I feel. Elizabeth-san looks straight into my eyes.
May I ask you something? To continue fighting in order to prevent an undesirable future, it is a path of endless hardship. Would you still choose to walk it?
Yeah, sure, why not? Margaret had said something similar just before this tournament had begun. How I had to overcome the ordeal concerning last year's case and open the door. Margaret and Elizabeth-san's words come together in my mind.
Yeah. Working for a better tomorrow isn't just a one-time thing. The tomorrows keep coming.
Damn, the tomorrows keep coming. Man, what a philosopher. Opening the door is necessary, but it's not what's truly important. What's more important is making sure that you follow the path that's beyond the door. Only once you have that path in mind does it matter whether you open the door or not. That's how I feel.
I would keep fighting for the future we want.
Elizabeth-san smiles. It seems the former dweller of the Velvet Room is pleased with my answer. She must have chosen a path of her own at some point, and is doing everything in her power to see it through. Maybe I'm jumping to conclusions, but I feel as if I'm able to understand her a little better now.
Well then, it's time for me to bid
Understand
you
her a
adieu.
little better, that's
By your leave,
the phrase that means the
Elizabeth,
social link's about to
am
start.
out of here.
With this, Elizabeth briskly walks out of the room. She caused me some trouble, but I've also learned something about myself as well. I think I'll call it a draw. As I wave goodbye to Elizabeth, I hear Igus-san getting up to her feet behind me. Yeah, she's just been chilling here the whole time? That or was she like unconscious? I don't know.
Are you alright? You shouldn't force yourself to move.
I was concerned at first, but Igus-san doesn't seem to be very hurt or damaged or whatever you would say. She was likely just knocked out. Had absolutely no chance of winning if I'd gone easy on her either. This is getting ridiculous.
You are very kind. We've only just met, and yet you're worried about a machine like myself.
Man, her knees are absolutely fucked though.
Huh? Isn't that normal?
Igus-san laughs at my confusion.
Seeing you smile like that? I don't know. I just can't think of you as a machine. You have a heart, right? Then it doesn't matter whether you're man or machine.
Or woman or woe machine. Igus-san stops laughing and thinks deeply for a moment. But after a few seconds, she looks back at me with a serious look in her
You
eye.
have defeated me in single combat. That will make it difficult for me to continue forward. But I believe I can trust you. Will you listen to my mission directive?
I have no reason to say no. I look Igus-san square in the eye and nod reassuringly. And so Igus-san told me about her directive, and it was truly surprising. There was another case involving personas and shadows outside of Inaba, even before our adventure last year. Yeah, there was like this weird whole thing with the whole world would like fucking freeze and shit. And she is a weapon with a heart, created with the express purpose of wielding a persona to fight the shadows. She believes that this current situation came to be because someone had stolen a similar weapon and caused it into the TV world.
So, there's another girl robot with a heart like you? And she's
Okay.
the cause of all this?
We came to
that's
this
what
world to
President
retrieve
Lady
her.
is?
My older sister, the 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon, Labris, is in this world somewhere.
Nanako, Miss President, her shadow, and now Labris. I have a mountain of tasks to accomplish now. But even though I have a lot to do, I can't ignore any of it.
Tell me more about Labris, and I'll do what I can to help you get her back.
Unfortunately,
Now, that name seems... I'm assuming that's the President lady, and the name seems familiar. Am I supposed to remember who she is? Because I definitely don't if she was in Persona 3. I mean, I remember no, she's definitely... Maybe she's in, like, The Answer? I don't know. The Answer has been completely wiped from my mind because it's kind of bad. That's all I remember about it. She said that she was a machine, but she really is no different from a human. As I ponder this, I listen to what she has to say. It's discouraging.
So you don't know what she looks like, what she can do, or what equipment she's loaded with.
Okay, then she's probably a new character. Basically, all she can tell me is that Labris is a robot who's built to look like a girl. Wait a second. I did meet a girl I didn't know in the TV world. Miss President. Could Miss President be Labris?
Is there a possibility that she looks, well, more human than you? You mentioned earlier that she was your older sister, so I assume she was built before you, but...
my sister was an older model, a prototype for the 5th generation to be exact. It's doubtful that she would look more human than myself.
Then there's no way Miss President could be Labris. I could tell at first glance that Aiga-san was a machine. Miss President appears to be a completely human. I never once considered that she might not be human until just now. But that just makes things even more complicated. What in the world is going on inside this TV?
Alright, in any case, I'll keep an eye out for her. But right now, I'm heading to the announcement room. If Labris is the cause of this, then I'm bound to meet up with her eventually.
I shrug slightly. I mean, I don't want to be so grave. Aiga-san must sense what I'm trying to do and smiles.
Thank you. I will trust my sister's fate to you.
Of course. I give Aiga-san a determined nod and run out of the classroom. But man, what a busy Golden Week. I have to make sure Nanako's okay, find Miss President, unmask whoever's masquerading as Teddy, and now search for Labris somewhere in here. If this wasn't happening, I'd be kicking it with my friends at the GNS food court. Yukiko was trying to be coy, but I'm pretty sure that big bundle she was carrying was a boxed lunch she'd made for us. As to how it might taste, well, let's not get sidetracked. I'm sure we all have enjoyed it anyway. Damn. Eventually I would have called Nanako over and we would have bought some snacks together. There were things I wanted to buy from the Shuriko store, and maybe I could have made it to Zoizai Daigaku in time to buy the last of their special croquettes. I want to talk with the owner of Daidara and get some books from the Yamanaito bookstore. I'd have a steak bowl at Aya, hung out with the fox at the Tatsuhime Shrine, waited for my uncle so we could have dinner, and tomorrow I'd have gone fishing. The one who ruined my vacation and caused all these problems is the same person who stole Labris. And if they've truly brought Nanako back into the TV world, oh, they're gonna get fucking their ass beat.
I'll make them pay.
a little aggressive. As I run on, I come across yet another blue door. Perhaps it's a sign that I need to calm down? No one gets in the way of our fishing, okay? We got a prescription for it. True, I may have lost my cool for a moment.
Someone here? Again?
I reach towards the door with a relaxed smile. Margaret is in her usual position. I glance around to see if there's anyone else in here. It looks like her nutcase of a sister is in here. Wow, rude. Come on, I like Elizabeth. I like Elizabeth more than Margaret, honestly. Margaret notices me looking and sighs a seductive sound that almost conveys annoyance.
It seems my sister has caused you some trouble, though this may mean that I'm not the only one who is drawn to the light of your potential.
There's a hint of tenderness towards her sister in her words. Her sister must be important to her. I can tell from the look on her face. Oh, like that when I talk about Nanako? Just shut up, okay? It's not like a sister complex. It's never been presented as a sister complex. The game's just being weird. Margaret pulls herself together and speaks again.
You have gained new resolve by overcoming many doubts and falsehoods.
A new resolve? I found myself nodding along.
You have reached the threshold of truth. But man's hearts are mutable. That is why a resolve to continue fighting is more important than any one victory or defeat.
Yeah, I understand.
But this will be a difficult battle without end. Are you equal to the challenge?
The way she puts it makes it seem as if she was testing me. I don't respond immediately and think about the question. I would be lying to say that I'm not worried. I know that my heart can be swayed by change. There's no knowing what will happen from moment to moment. But even then...
If I have my friends, if I'm not alone, I can do it.
I see.
Margaret nods slightly in
I
response.
have heard your answer, but it's not enough. Remember what I told you before? The heart is shaken more by a single action than by 1,000 words.
Okay, see, as she smiles, my vision begins to blur. I hear words being repeated. I have reached the threshold of truth. Everything that's happened during the course of this case runs through my mind. The new appearance of the TV world, this tournament pitting us against each other, the student council president, and a fake Teddy. My encounter with a weapon with a heart, Aiga-san, searching for her sister, Labyrinth. And the determination I've gained through these constant battles. What I must accomplish. How do I show what I've decided through my actions? It seems the number of invisible walls has decreased. Could this mean that the end is near? Just as I think that, I hear a familiar voice.
That's enough!
That was Miss President's voice. It was coming from the door to the announcement room. I finally made it. I open the door to the announcement room and rush inside.
You're finally here! Hello, Sensei! Congratulations! How does it feel to have won the P1 Grand Prix?
Oh, we won? Well, that was easy. The general smirks at me as I pass through the door. But Kanji, where's my boy? Behind him, Miss President and Rise. When the two of them see me, Miss President looks confused, while Rise's face lights up with joy.
There you are, Senpai! You're late!
I have to stay cautious of the general, but I signal to the girls that everything will be alright. The general is closer to them than I am. I can't afford to make any reckless moves just yet. And there's one more thing I need to know.
Teddy, where's Nanako?
I look around the announcement room, but Nanako's nowhere to be found. The general's face distorts with an ugly glee.
Nana-chan's right here. See?
Slowly, the general extends the arm that was held behind him. And there was Nanako. Her arms are clutched to her chest, and she slowly takes a few steps towards me, obviously frightened.
Nanako!
After taking a step forward, I noticed something bizarre. The general disappeared? For a brief instant, my full attention had been focused on Nanako. The general had been standing directly behind her, but now he's gone. How could he have gone somewhere else that quickly, right in front of my face? Without me noticing. Okay, I kinda...
Bro!
The text scrolls so slow that sometimes I have to kinda guess how the sentence is going to end. While I'm confused about the general's disappearance, Nanako weakly calls to me. Being in the TV world has obviously taken a toll on her. She totters towards me unsteadily, looking ready to collapse at any moment. I mean, you can hit the button to like skip, but if you hit it like too late, then it like skips the next line as well. Like, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. I can think about the general later. I have to save Nanako right now. As I reach out to her, Rise yells.
Senpai, no! Nanako-chan's not there!
Hanako's not here. What is she saying? She's right here. It's almost like someone can change their form. Just as I'm about to say so, my hand stops. Something's not right. I try to look into Naniko's face once more, and in her eyes, I saw madness.
Oh, so close! Just a little more and Sensei would have been a goner!
You bastard!
I barely reacted in time to draw my sword to block the attack. The general suddenly appeared out of nowhere to attack me with his cane, and I get a good look at him as our weapons clash together. I see the madness in his face, the same madness that I'd seen in Naniko's only a moment before. That's when I noticed that Naniko has disappeared. What's going on?
You've got it wrong, Senpai. It's all been him from the beginning. He can make whoever's looking at him see him as someone else.
So he's not actually taking on other forms?
No, he's just distorting the things you see and hear.
Okay, so he just looks like Teddy because, I don't know, reasons? That's right, the enemy is able to control what I see and hear. I'd realized that after all the battles I had today, but seeing Naniko had made me... So it's possible that, like, he appears normal to, like, Rize, for example, and he just looks like Teddy to us? The general laughs at this.
It's hard for me to show someone who isn't here. But you actually saw this Nanako girl? You're hopeless.
And just like how my friends hadn't actually gone crazy before our fights, Nanako had never been brought into this world in the first place. The appearance before me is a fake. He distorted our senses all to make us suffer. But just as I thought, he couldn't deceive Rize's persona abilities. That's why he kidnapped her, to keep her from warning us during his tournament. Now that I know that, I push the general's cane away and jump back towards the girl in order to distance myself from him. Good. Now I'm between them and the general. I then look straight at the one behind this bizarre situation.
Who in the world are you?
You still can't tell? Seriously, the level of intelligence around here. Fine then. Here. Get a good look.
Oh, and maybe that's why Labrys looks more human, is because our brains being messed with? It's so damn loud. Holy shit. Oh god, it's the Magic 8 Ball of Doom. Oh my god, that was so loud. Holy shit. My ears. And now it's gonna be Omega tier quiet again.
I am a shadow. The true
Speak
self.
up, I can't hear you anymore. you're too quiet.
That's my face.
I saw metal limbs, golden eyes, and a ponytail. And a mirror image of Miss President's face, even though she was standing behind me, trembling.
How about it? You wanted to see what I am, didn't you?
Why does she look like me? That's its true form. That thing is your shadow. This is a shadow? She really came from inside me?
Rize tries to call Miss President, but the girl shakes her head in denial and squeezes her eyes shut. While Miss President refused to look at this mechanical-looking being, I now understand what's going on. Because this isn't the first time I've seen a robotic girl before. All the facts match up. The way she was able to run so fast without so much as breathing heavily, even in the TV world. The sense of wrongness that I'd had when Miss President had asked me about killing my friends. The way she avoided telling me her name, that superhuman strength when she hit Chie, and that incredible jump to get away from us. And the Shadow's ability to interfere with the senses of other people. Just as Margaret had said, all the pieces to the puzzle were laid out before me. They've all come together, and now I can see the truth. She is indeed Labrys. Labrys, another weapon with a heart, stolen by someone unknown and thrown into the TV world, created this school and forced us to fight our friends. This deep-rooted depression regarding her past memories, all of this took the form of Labrys' shadow, who manipulated everything here.
Labrys, don't look away. If you don't accept her, she'll get even stronger.
Yeah, this has never worked before. Miss Prez, Labrys, only shivers when I call out to her. There has to be some reason why she believed that she was the student council president. But that's just a disguise, more for herself than for us. No matter how comfortable it is, it's only there to cloud our eyes from the truth.
I don't know what your past was like. It must have had some painful memories. But you have us with you now. We're going to get you out of here.
I call out to Labrys while keeping an eye on the shadow. The shadow is the darkness within a person's heart. Unless it is accepted by the person it came from, it will never disappear for good. But with that in mind, all we can do is watch over her as she accepts this darkness within her. We'll have to protect her when the shadow goes berserk and tries to kill her. But Labrys continues to shake her head and tremble violently. My words aren't getting through to her.
You hear that, me? Your friend is trying to tell you
I
something.
mean, you don't have to use the quotes.
Too bad he doesn't understand at all. These clowns are so hopelessly naive.
The shadow laughs shrilly. It continues to smear more poison into Labrys' heart.
I could have made them feel my pain. What it's like having to murder one another. That sadness and pain and anguish. Everything went black, and I was always left alone. I'm a weapon. A machine made only to fight. No human can understand my suffering. Stop! I've had enough. I'm human. I'm not like
Oh,
that.
god damn it! Nobody could just do the right thing. Just say like, yeah, you're right, bro, totally. This isn't good. I settle into a fighting stance, ready for anything, though I have a good idea what's going to happen.
Oh, you're still clinging to that? Then take a look at what you really are.
Oh, come on, being a robot's not all bad. You don't have to use the bathroom or nothing. The shadow's eyes gleam with golden light. Change begins immediately. A shimmer runs across Labrys' body, and instead of the normal human girl there had been a moment ago, she has a metallic body, just like her shadow. Metallic?
No! No!
Labrys loses all composure and scratches at her arm, trying to tear away the metal that appeared. But there was more to her change than just her arms. Her legs, waist, chest, even her head, everything not covered by her clothing was now obviously mechanical. The reality that she didn't want to face. There are no words we can say to her. No matter what we say, reality won't change. Labrys falls to her knees, and finally mutters the words I was dreading she'd say. Oh no, she said the words of power. To be continued. You motherfuckers. Okay, well, we unlocked Kanji and Teddy. I mean, I guess we're just gonna, I don't know. I was kind of intending on just like going down the list like this. But, my boy Kanji though, my boy Kanji. If we had just unlocked one, I would probably do the one that we had unlocked, but since we unlocked both of these, and it's not necessarily clear that they like, you know, continue afterwards, we'll just do with Yosuke for now. We're done with you for, I guess now, it's not completely finished, but it's, we'll just go across them like this, I think. Unless we, end up unlocking one that does to be continued, then we'll go back and do it in the order that we get them. I don't know, it's gonna be kind of like a mess. It's like playing Virtue's Last Reward.
Oh,
With the
I'm so tired.
weird ass flowchart and trying to
Busy
decide
day.
which way you want to go through it.
Golden Week, huh? The holidays fell on pretty good dates this year. Jeunesse will be open for business during Golden Week 2. Come for our exciting Golden Week events, stay for the low, low prices.
You gotta pay minimum wage for this shit?
Then again, it's my fault for taking this shift.
I can yap all I want. The only reply I'm gonna get is my own echo. I begin to feel lonesome, so I start mopping faster. Such is life for Yosuke Hanamura, a high schooler working at Junes, Inuba's only shopping center. I get a lot of crap thrown in my direction because I'm the manager's son, but thanks to dealing with all that stuff, my skills have improved and now I sometimes act as supervisor. Today's just another day on the job. This city, Yasu Inuba City, is a rural country town that doesn't have anything more than rivers and mountains. At least it's got a train running through it, but it isn't useful for commuting to the big city. The place isn't pretty enough to get sightseers either, it's a total dead spot. Really, just coming to Junes to shop is a pastime in itself for the people of this town. Our store carries more than just groceries and daily commodities. There are specialty shops selling fancy clothes and other stuff too. There's even a food court with a playground on the roof and a panda and a badly drawn rabbit. We hold events up there sometimes. All that stuff makes for some really busy weekends. When there's an extended holiday, you start to see cars with out-of-town license plates in the parking lot. And now it's Golden Week. This is the busiest this place gets all year, which is why there's nobody in the store. However...
Well, I'm taking tomorrow off. Yeah, that's right, I'm free.
Normally this definitely wouldn't be the time to be taking a day off. I saw the look on my dad's face when I turned in my request, but I didn't care. I absolutely can't miss tomorrow. Because...
Partner's gonna be back.
Oh, that just brings a smile on your face, doesn't it? And by partner, I mean the guy who transferred in from the city last year, Yu Narakami. There's a reason I call him my partner and not just my friend. See, he and I solved a case that happened last year in this tiny little town. And it wasn't some dinky-ass problem like finding a lost cat or anything. We like killed God or something at the end. This is big, a series of murders. And on top of that, these aren't just any ordinary murders. Crimes took place in a world inside the TV. Yeah, I said it. There were these monsters called shadows living there. You and I sometimes got this power to defeat them somehow got this power to defeat them called personas, and from that on we started fighting and investigating. Luckily we came across allies who also had the same ability, but even then every day was a fight for survival. Together we overcame danger after danger. With comrades like these, the word friend just doesn't cut it anymore. That goes double for you. I'm indebted to him, and I trust him with all my heart. So, partner feels more natural than best friend. Unfortunately, my partner had to return to the city at the end of the school year. Also, I call him partner because you could like technically name the main character whatever you wanted back in original Persona 4, so we could never say his name out loud. But we've promised to meet up again during Golden Week. That's the real reason? That was 2 months ago. It seemed like an eternity. I couldn't wait. But he'll be back tomorrow. I've only been working so hard lately so I could take Golden Week off. I'm so pumped about tomorrow that I just can't relax.
Alright, time to go home and get ready for tomorrow. Let's go, Teddy.
Teddy's this, he's like this animal suit thingy that we met last year inside the TV. He's as feather-brained as they come, but you just can't bring yourself to hate him. That is incredibly true. I don't know. So, I should hate everything Teddy is and stands for, but man, he's so lovable. I ended up being the one taking care of him. I took advantage of his appearance, and now he works as a costume attention grabber for Junes. He's supposed to be on the same shift as me.
Teddy! Hello? Where is that guy?
That's weird. He usually comes running in, ready to leave work. I asked the cleaning ladies, but nobody's seen him since lunch. This is getting strange. He looks laid back, but he is a responsible worker, so I doubt he's slacking off.
Is this him? Oh, it's Chie.
Oh, it's Chie. Oh.
Yo, Chie, what's up?
Oh, I'm glad you picked up. Are you free to talk right now?
Chie Satonaka. She's a fellow classmate at Yasugami High School. She's another of the comrades that fought with us last year. those of us who use personas formed an investigation team and went about solving the case. We did it because we were the only ones who could find the killer and stop the murders. You was our leader, just so you know. She was in charge of brainstorming, I guess? Oh, and steak. I mean, not that she was our leading expert on steak, but she just liked it a lot. I remember she was psyched for Yu's return too. She called to confirm stuff about tomorrow? She's probably just forgot when we're meeting up. I decided to mess with her a little.
Yeah, I just got off work. Didn't I already email you about tomorrow? You deleted it without reading it, didn't you?
I didn't delete it!
But did you read it? Well, I mean, that's beside the point. She's so defensive. I didn't even send her an email. Hilarious. Anyway, she suddenly gets serious.
Anyway, I heard a sort of disturbing rumor. The Midnight Channel might be back again.
Huh? The Midnight Channel?
That takes me by surprise. The Midnight Channel? That was an urban legend that became popular last year. You stare into a blank TV at midnight while it's raining. You'll see your soulmate. Sounds sketchy, I know, but it was true. I mean, you didn't see your soulmate or anything, but it did show somebody on the TV. Long story short, whoever was showing it was the next victim in a series of murders last year. But it turned out that there was some crazy guy doing the actual dirty work. In the end, we showed him and put the urban legend to rest, and then we killed God. Or at least, so I thought.
There's no way. Who told you that?
An underclassman at our school. I tried to get more details out of her, but she took off in a huge hurry.
Dude, you didn't growl at her or anything when you asked her about it, did you?
I can see it now. Chie grabbing the poor kid by the collar, scaring her out of her wits. She'd do it too. She doesn't stop when she gets an idea into her head.
No, I was completely normal. At least I think I was. So anyway, the girl she was with said something about a fighting show. I didn't get any details, but she didn't seem like she was lying.
A fighting show? That's nothing like I was being shown on the Midnight Channel. Maybe she was just mishearing the other students talking about some normal sports program. No, wait, I think I overheard some customer talking about that today. Whoa. They were talking about the Midnight Channel?
And hey, the forecast says it's gonna rain tonight. Why don't we check it out?
Yeah, good call. If this is for real, we can't ignore it. But if it turns out to be a hoax, you better buy me dinner.
I guess that does establish why everyone was looking at the Midnight Channel at the same time, in the first storyline. Because it was kind of weird that they all just happened to be looking at the TV, but I guess they knew about it ahead of time.
Then you owe me steak if it's true.
What? Anyway, I'll talk to you later.
I was trying to lighten the mood, but things didn't really turn out that way. I'm sure my partner would have done a better job at it. He'd say, "Don't worry, I'll take care of it," or something. Actually, he'd be silent. He only recently learned how to talk, okay? Still.
Midnight Channel, huh?
Aside from just yelling out,
It's true, that guy is a disaster magnet.
You know, whatever persona name. Come to think of it, the incident last year started the moment you came to Inaba. This new Midnight Channel rumor is true. I'm going to start calling him the Mystery Maker. That is, if it actually shows anything. Honestly, I'm around 90% sure nothing's going to happen. There's no way anything's gonna show up.
Oh yeah, I should call Kanji too, just in case.
Kanji was another member of the investigation team. He's a year younger than the rest of us. He's also the best boy. Because of his looks and the way he speaks, people get the impression that he's a violent hoodlum. Poor dude. He's actually a hard-working, honest guy. He's not the type to screw around at night, and I'm sure he'd be eager to answer a call from an upperclassman like me.
Huh. It's not picking up.
Maybe he's too busy knitting something. Despite appearances, Kanji has a surprising knack for delicate needlework. And he's no slouch either. His work's as good as the people who make a lot of money selling this stuff. Up until last year, he'd kept that hidden because it doesn't mesh with his image, but a lot of stuff happened and now he's not so hung up on it. He now sells his handmade knitted dolls at his family shop, Tatsumi Textiles. They're actually pretty popular, and lately he's been carrying yarn and knitting needles with him all the time. Come on, answer already.
Guess I'll try his home phone too.
Home phone? Man, that's how you age this game. That maybe ages it more than the references to CRT TVs. Tatsumi Textile should be closed now, so I shouldn't have a problem getting through. And to back up my theory, Kanji's mom picked right up.
Hello, this is the Tatsumi residence.
Oh, I'm sorry to call at such a late hour. This is Yosuke. Is Kanji-kun there?
Oh, hello, Yosuke-kun. As for Kanji,
Huh? Did something happen?
I can't find him.
You can't?
I thought he was sleeping in the living room, but he wasn't there when I checked in on him. I thought he might be with you.
Oh, yes. We're gonna have an all-night study group, and I bet I just missed him. I'll wait up for him here.
Good cover, good cover.
Okay then. Good night.
Broske logging online? Oh man, I totally panicked there and came with some lame BS. Kanji's not there. He left without a word, without a trace? Suddenly thought of Teddy too. I hadn't seen him since this morning either. He didn't tell me anything about where he'd been. Hold on, could this be...
Why am I freaking out so much? This is Kanji we're talking about. So what if I can't get a hold of him? I'm sure he's fine.
I try to reassure myself that everything's okay, but my anxiety doesn't go away. First this new Midnight Channel thing, and now people are disappearing? Give me a break, man.
Damn it, I just want to fall asleep.
The fabled room of Yosuke. Okay. I see Teddy's... Oh, that's Teddy's outfit. I was like, why did you have like a... At first I was gonna say May, but that's his Alice in Wonderland outfit. You got the legendary bike. What else do we got here? I mean, obviously, you know, the horniness. Like a scratch sticker. The guitar. I figured Teddy isn't home either. I grabbed some food and headed to my room. It's been a while since I had to wait for midnight to watch the Midnight Channel. The wait is always so long. I can't do anything but keep looking at the TV, so I start fiddling with the remote.
This is iNews, and here are our top stories. We begin with a hijacking of a domestic flight to Kagoshima yesterday morning. Police began their interrogation of the suspects today.
I mean, I assume that's going to be important in some way? I don't know. I can't really think of why, but that's like the second time it's been mentioned.
Man, things are crazy all over the country today.
Last year, Inaba was all over the news. People I knew were being interviewed left and right. Then again, I didn't have any time to pay attention to any of that stuff until we closed the case. Jumping in and out of the TV all the time really takes it out of you. I'd always hit the sack the instant I came home. I ought to be dead tired right now, what with all the work I've been putting in at Junes. But I'm so impatient that I'm really more annoyed than anything else right now. I stare at the clock and stare and stare and... Damn it, move, you stupid minute hand! My cell phone rings again. It's Yukiko this time. Yukiko Amagi, another member of the investigation team, and best friends with Chie. Her perfect poise makes her the center of every guy's attention. But she's definitely not what I consider ladylike, damn, got him. How can I put it? She's the biggest airhead I know. Is that true? I mean... maybe. I mean, if she's what every dude in Japan wants, I think we're all in for some trouble. Ignorance is bliss, and to judge by all the guys who are after her, based on just her image, I really think that's true. But, you know, I also think that Yukiko I know is better than that misplaced ideal. Because her family runs an old high-class hotel, she has pressures that other people can only imagine, but deep down, she's just a normal girl with real feelings. Like I really know what I'm talking about. If Yukiko heard me saying this, she'd kill me. Probably would make me eat her cooking. Fucking double got him. Her curry tastes like something they'd have to pass a law to prevent people from ever discovering again.
Yosuke-kun? Good evening, this is Yukiko.
Oh, don't mind me just getting my classic, ski jacket for phone conversations.
I got an email from Chie a moment ago.
Yeah, she told me too. About the Midnight Channel coming back, right? Sheesh. Bet Chie was half asleep when she emailed you.
I could tell she was worried, so I tried making a joke. Come to think of it, Yukiko never really calls me like this. She must really be worried. I waited for her to reply, and what she had to say next took me by
I
surprise.
received a phone call saying that Rise-chan disappeared. Oh, I mean, not literally, but it seems they can't get in contact with her.
Really?
Rise is another part of the investigation team. She's our junior at Yasukami High. Her full name is Rise Kuchikawa. Yeah, you recognize the name, right? Well, no. I mean, yes, but not for... The famous pop idol Rise Kuchikawa, aka Risette. Last year, she announced she was taking a break and came here to Inaba to live with her grandmother. Also, like, who are you talking to, Yosuke? But she started work, because it's like, on one hand, these conversations are for people who never played Persona 4 / need reminders. On the other hand, he just like in universe acted like we're someone who would know who the hell Rise is, like as. But she started working again this year, so she's been going in and out of the city with all the stuff she's doing. From what Yukiko just told me, her manager couldn't get a hold of her all day and tried looking up the Imagi Inn to ask Yukiko if she had any ideas.
She didn't mention any problems she was having to you, right?
No, I think she would have told us if anything was troubling her.
We probably should.
She was
end the
busy,
video.
but happy to be working.
I kind of thought about ending it earlier, but I was like, oh, we're probably close to a bookmark. JK?
Right. And now rumors of the Midnight Channel coming back.
Yeah.
Yukiko's voice is gloomy. Listening to this is making me restless too. But if you're depressed, you start thinking about more bad things. Going down that road is going to get her. What would you do? Shoot, this is the millionth time I thought that today. Anyway, I try and cheer Yukiko
Well,
up.
let's not get carried away. First, we need to see if the Midnight Channel's really back. There's no use worrying over things we don't know are happening. It's always important to be sure first, right?
You're right. Thank you, Yosuke-kun.
Oh, look at that. Yosuke getting some main character energy. I hear the relief in Yukiko's voice when she hangs up. And let out a sigh. A big sigh that I could never have let Yukiko hear in her state. Hetty's nowhere to be found. Hanji's vanished too. And to top it off, no one can get a hold of Rise. Alright, so we'll call it here. In the next video, we will continue on with Yosuke's story. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.